Hello everybody, it's Josie here. I'm going to be doing my August TBR. So just a quick note on kind of channel plans and what's happening from August onwards. So I have mentioned this before, but from August for the next year, I will only be reading and focusing on queer and diverse literature, and actually that extends to film, to TV, to music, to art, everything. I want to talk more about that on the channel as well. Really spotlight queer, diverse and female authors, artists, musicians, films. So it's something that I'm passionate about. I hope you will enjoy as well. So that's kind of the plan, and that's what's going to be happening in my reading. So what I'll be doing is I will, when I'm reviewing all of these books that I'll be talking about, or films or whatever it may be, I will also tell you what the kind of queer element. So I personally use the word queer, and when I say that I mean LGBTQIA+, I'm talking about spectrum. I'll tell you what the element is, whether it's main characters, whether it's a major feature of the book, of the story, because I think quite often now things get billed as diverse, and they're not necessarily diverse. There might be one sort of side character buried at the back, and it's something that kind of annoys me. So I will let you know kind of where on the spectrum, what wolf, wherefore, where art thou, all of that I'll let you know, and tell you what the content is. But yeah, so I've got this stack of books. I'm also planning to take part in a readathon that I know of, unless another one comes up, but the one that I know of is of the Femme Fantail readathon. So that one is hosted by the lovely Jean from Bookish Thoughts, and I took part in the previous round, and it's basically focusing on female fantasy, sci-fi authors, where traditionally sci-fi and fantasy has been more of a male-dominated arena. So I think it's a really cool thing that Jean is hosting this readathon to really focus on women in that kind of genre. And I do actually have, I think, most of my TBR nailed down for that, because she has announced what the categories are. But I will leave that until the end of the month. It's at the end of the month, the readathon, because plans might change. But I'll do a separate video on that. So outside of that, I've got books. And these are my definite TBRs, probably going to add to it. Yeah, but this is what I'm definitely getting to. So the first one is this one. It's Annie on My Mind by Nancy Garden. This book is such a classic. So this is an early 80s YA queer fiction about two girls, two 17-year-old girls. Basically, they fall in love. It's a love story. It's about coming out. It's about experiencing these emotions for the first time. And Nancy Garden, this is Own Voices. There is actually a great article, well, like a Q&A in the back of this with Nancy talking about her own experience, talking about her thoughts on YA and queer sort of literature now and then, when she was growing up. So it's really... this is, I believe, just come back. This is a new edition, so I believe it's just come back into print as well. So I'm dying to read. This is probably going to be my first book that I pick up, and I can't wait. Then the next one is Proud by Juno Dawson. So this one's actually signed, so signed copy. I'm going to be buddy reading this with one of my amazing subscribers, Moonbook, and we are going to be, from the 1st of August, buddy reading Proud. This is a collection of stories. There's poetry, there's drawings, and it's all focusing on the queer experience and being proud. I'm trying to find one of the drawings, just ignore me. Yeah, look, there's pictures. And yeah, this just sounds like it's an incredible compilation, loads and loads of different contributors to this, edited by Juno Dawson. And yeah, I've had this for ages, and I've been waiting for Pride Month, because the reason I'm starting in August, by the way, is because it's Pride Month here in Brighton. So I thought, what a good month to read this. Yeah, what can you say? Then the next one is this over here. It is Sister Mischief by Laura Good. Yeah. This book sounds like it's going to be so much fun. So it almost sounds like a queer on the come up. So you've got a hip hop crew, and they are led by, she's described as a Jewish lesbian lyricist, and smart and sassy die-hard word nerd. Sounds great. So that's MC Ferocious. Yeah, so she's the main character. She's got this crew of girls, this hip hop crew, and I believe she falls for one of the rival MCs. So it's a queer sort of romance, but with elements of music and hip hop and I think it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that one. Then the next one I'm really looking forward to reading, finally, is Gentleman Jack. So Gentleman Jack was turned into a fantastic BBC TV drama, and happy to hear it's coming back for a second season. And basically, it's based on Anne Lister, who was a real kind of aristocrat back in the 1800s, and her diaries were found, and she had a kind of a secret code, and when her diaries were decoded, people realized that she was a very prominent, let's say, lesbian at the time. She loved women, she had a lot of affairs with women, and she was also smart and sassy and truly just kick-ass, I think, and I love her. The adaptation is fantastic. I was waiting for the adaptation to finish before reading the book. Now I can. So this is based on her diaries and tells the story of her life, so I'm really looking forward to reading this and getting a bit more background than I think you can probably put into the TV series. So then the next one I've got here is Cool for You by Eileen Myles. Eileen Myles is, again, she's a badass. She's such a feminist icon for kind of the post-punk generation. She's a writer, she's a poet, and this is her first published novel. And it is about a woman growing up. So I'm just trying to think. So it's in Boston, yeah. It's kind of like a slice of life, I suppose, slightly semi-autobiographical, growing up in Boston, Catholic background, work, family, being queer, juggling all of that. And it's the kind of, I love these kind of books, so I'm really looking forward to it. And this is another kind of classic one, and I thought, as it's Pride Month, read the classics, right? Then the next one is this one over here, is Women by Chloe Caldwell. Again, I've had this one for a while. I've kind of been hanging on to it for August. But it's the story of a woman that moves from the countryside to the city, and she falls in love with another woman for the first time, and kind of those emotions and what that means. So this is a short one, but it's supposed to be really well written. So I'm looking forward to this, expecting good things. Then, from short to much fatter, is In at the Deep End. This basically just sounds like a slightly filthy, smutty, lesbian rom-com summer read. It just sounds fun. And it says on the front, frank, funny, and fabulously filthy. And that is kind of all I want in a novel. So, looking forward to this. I will tell you what it's like once I've read it. Then the next two, I'll talk about them together. So we've got, this one here is Stay by Nicola Griffith, and Always by Nicola Griffith. I seem to be getting a lot of ex-library copies secondhand, so sorry, that's quite shiny. So these two books are the second and third book in a series. I've read the first one called The Blue Place by Nicola Griffith, and it's the Ord Tovington series. So what this is a kind of a blend between a thriller, crime drama. The main character is a lesbian. She is, so you've got elements of kind of romance and that in it, which is really nice. But she used to be a police officer. She now does kind of private security and sort of semi-investigation kind of stuff. So in each one you have like a mystery or something that happens that she kind of gets involved in or has to solve. And the first one I adored. I adored that kind of weird blend of slight romance novel, of slight mystery, of slight crime thriller. Fantastic writing. Nicola Griffith's writing is gorgeous. I love it. Slow River, which is a sci-fi book, which is one of my all-time favourite books, one of my favourite sci-fi, well, my favourite sci-fi book. Just beautiful writing, and, so do these books. So they're so hard to describe. What I'll do is I will do a proper series wrap up once I've read these two, and also I will do a Nicola Griffith spotlight as well, because I love Nicola's work. Then speaking of smutty smut, this one. I mean adults only. I think that's all I've got to say here. This is basically just lesbian smut. Lesbian romance, wonderful, love it. We'll tell you all about it once I've read it and sort of mop my brow, but it just sounds fun. And then the last one is this one over here. It is Echo After Echo. Sorry, that's a bit shiny as well. By Amy Rose Capetta. Oh, Amy Rose Capetta. I adore their books. Just every book I've read so far, I've loved. I will do an Amy Rose Capetta spotlight. They've fast become my favourite, one of my top 3 favourite authors. This one is set in the theatre world in the West End, which I love, and the main character is Zara. All her life she's loved this particular play, and she gets cast as the lead in a play. But when she goes to the theatre, I think like her first day there, someone is found dead in the theatre. So you kind of have a bit of a, again, a thriller mystery element. And then also she starts getting quite close to one of the other girls in the theatre. I believe she's the lighting director. So yeah, you've got some romance, as it's Amy Rose Capetta, some gorgeous writing and a bit of a thriller element as well. So I'm expecting good things from this book. I will also be doing an Amy Rose Capetta spotlight and just gushing generally about how much I love their work. Yes, so that is my kind of TBR at the moment. Like I said, things will come and go, mainly come. And I will tell you all about it. I'm also planning on doing, like I said, some spotlights. I want to do some more in-depth reviews on certain books. So I'm going to do smaller kind of wrap-ups and reviews instead of big long ones. So hopefully you enjoy those. And as always, let me know if you've read anything. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you have any recommendations. And I will speak to you all again very soon. And if you're doing Pride this weekend, happy Pride. Yeah, I'll speak to you all again. Bye-bye.